All right, so sneakers are dead, and I'm kind of liking it. So let's talk about it. Yo, what is up, fam? Thanks once again for tuning into the channel. So this is more of a discussion sneaker video. One topic I've been wanting to talk for a while. It actually was a really big topic at first, like a while ago, and now it's kind of simmered down. But I wanted to give my own kind of input on it because I did want to talk about how sneaker culture has really died down, right? But it's kind of a really good thing, and that's what I really wanted to talk about. Like, people are going crazy, like, oh, why my sneaker culture is dying, or why all my sneakers are losing value and all this. Bro, chill, yo. It's all gonna be fine. They're still cool. Don't worry about it, mate. You know, just do your own thing. That's what I kind of really want to talk about in today's video. So let's get into it. But if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I do make these videos about sneakers, lifestyle and fashion and all that kind of stuff every now and again. So please definitely consider subscribing to this channel. Okay, let's talk about the journey so far. 2024, different people come into the sneaker game at different times and different eras and all this kind of stuff. And my era, when I kind of got into sneakers, I can't even remember the year, but it was a really long time ago. It was probably over a decade ago. In America, sneakers were really popular, but back in Australia, like, there was absolutely no hype, right? I remember me liking Jordans, and I could just walk up to the Foot Locker, which opens at 8 o'clock, and I'll get there at 7:55, and I would still cop. Like, there was like no lines, no like raffles or anything like that. So I was very fortunate. I copped a bunch of Jordans before the hype was like really real kind of thing. So I was really fortunate back then that I used to, like, you know, I got heaps of sneakers. Like, one example is these Jordan 1s. These are the 2013s. They might look a little bit different to your Jordan 1s, your Chicago's. And yeah, I bought these were like $180. And I got there, like, I thought I almost got there late. I didn't get there exactly on time for the sneaker like release at Foot Locker. And I still managed to cop one. And shout out to my sister for getting me these beautiful babies on like for my birthday. So shout out to her. Anyways, so that was when I entered the sneaker, and since then it's gone up in popularity. There was big releases, big lines. There's a whole lot of controversy about, like, you know, how people were managing them, because people were like physically, like, they were actually dying, getting physically hurt and all this kind of stuff just for sneakers. And I thought that was crazy. Like, we didn't really have that much of a big problem here in Australia, but in America, I know people definitely were getting unalived for those kind of things. And, you know, it's really sad, because sneaker culture should be like bringing people together, not doing the absolute opposite. And that's why it kind of really revolved around that kind of stuff, because people really they weren't even paying their bills on time just so they can cop the new Jordans and all that kind of stuff. And man, like, yeah, Jordan's really had people in a chokehold, and lucky it's not like that anymore. Lucky, like, the, you know, people have kind of calmed down. Sneakers aren't worth your life, man. And you know, sneakers are meant to be enjoyed, and like, that's the kind of culture that I wish sneakers was like. But, you know, after the whole resell thing started to kind of gain traction and everything, definitely the whole sneaker landscape definitely changed. And some people say it's changed for the better. Some people say it's changed for the worst. For me, as a personal collector, it probably, yeah, it went worse for me, because it obviously decreased my chance of copying things for retail. So and anything that I really wanted, I definitely had to pay the price of resell for them, and which meant, like, also that I had to get less sneakers. I couldn't get everything that I wanted. But the good thing about having resellers there was that any sneaker that you wanted, they could find. It always just came down to a price, unfortunately. And you know, the resellers had a really, like, a love-hate relationship with the sneaker community. And you know, that's just the way it is. And then, hey, if people are hustling, that's their hustle. And I can't really knock someone for just hustling and selling because they hustled harder than you, so then they could sell at a higher price, kind of thing. So yeah, each to their own. Reselling is not just in sneakers, it's so many things, right? Real estate and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, everyone's just got their different hustle. It did come to a point where reselling, you know, some of the prices did get very, very ridiculous. And so for some, sneakers like the Jordan 4 Manillas, I know they were going for like 6 figures and all that kind of stuff, and that's a little bit too crazy. Like, you should never spend that much money on the sneakers, on a sneaker, especially. There's so much more things that you can like buy with your money that are more valuable and probably more significant. But I guess if you got the money, why not? Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I had billions and billions of dollars, and a pair of Jordan 4 Manillas or Jordan 1 Dior's or whatever, it was chump change to me. Well, why not? You might as well get it for the resale price. But I digress. I know resellers are kind of panicking right now because the price of sneakers are going down because the hype and demand for them is going down too. So, I mean, that's kind of weeding out all the really authentic sneakerheads, if you know what I mean. So if you only like to follow hype, obviously you're not going to pay anymore, because what's the point of paying inflated prices for something that's not everyone wants anymore. So obviously, if you do really, really want them, you're a real sneakerhead and you're still going for those things, all those sneakers that you couldn't get before because they were so expensive. Now it's like a really good time for you, or sort of, because you can get them at a better price. And I think that's what's good about it, like sneaker hype going down and dying, because it kind of weeds out all the really authentic sneakerheads, and it kind of decreases the price. Decreases the demand, so there's more opportunity for people to actually get their sneakers and all that kind of stuff. Because before, people were just getting it as sort of like a symbol of culture. Like if you had sneakers, like you were cool, kind of thing. And especially if you're going, people used to wear this to everywhere. If you had sneakers on, they were like, oh, he's got cool sneakers and all that kind of stuff. And now it's like, oh, it's just a really standard thing, if you know what I mean. Sneakers were so cool. Like, do you remember that time when like there was grandmas and grandpas wearing Yeezys out and all that kind of stuff? I mean, I'm not knocking Yeezys. I still love Yeezys. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. I still love Yeezys, despite all the controversy about in the background and all the kind of stuff. They were my favorite sneaker because I love the design, their simplicity, and how comfortable they were. And they're still one of my favorite sneakers today. I don't care what anyone says. But everyone was wearing Yeezys. There were so many big hype moments, like the Boost era, Jordan 1 era. There's all these, the Jordan 1 fragments and all that kind of stuff. Travis Scott era, that's still sort of going and all that kind of stuff. And, there's a lot of different kind of trends that happened for sneakers. But now sort of it's kind of all just died down. Before there was like limited drops, inflated pricing. There was backdooring and all that kind of stuff, gatekeeping. Now it's like, you can't really backdoor them anymore unless it's like a really, really super exclusive release. Those are the only ones worth backdooring, but no one's asking for backdoors now, like really. And gatekeeping, a lot of people didn't want to say how they got their sneakers, obviously, so that they can get more of it. There was heaps of cook groups, bots, and all this kind of stuff. But what's the point of having a really, really expensive bot when, you're going to make like a $20, $30 return? It's like the investment for bots and all that kind of stuff has definitely gone down. So, resale is it's a kind of a struggle right now. But that's only from my point of view. Obviously, other people, they can have their own different kind of opinions about it. But I don't know. It's just like the sneaker hype going down, man. I was excited about it. I never felt down like, oh, sneaker hype is going down. Like I never once felt sad. I was like, yeah. I like sneakers when they weren't that popular. And everyone used to say how cool my sneakers were because I was the only one really wearing sneakers. And then everyone else kind of just, what really wasn't. And they didn't know how to buy them and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's always just kind of going into a cycle, guys. So I think it's around a 20-year cycle. Fashion comes and goes. So definitely 20 years from now or less, sneakers could be a huge thing again, depending on where we are in the future. If we have sneakers in the future, it's like eating your favorite food. If you keep eating your favorite food, is it still going to be your favorite food? No, it won't. So, you got to kind of let it chill for a minute, so you can try something different, right? So that way that you can come back to it and you're like, it'll hit the same again. If you keep eating the same favorite food over and over, the hit that you're gonna get that taste. It's gonna be less and less, and like, oh, having this again. So that's why you got give it a little break, man. Give it a little space. And like maybe like sometime later when you hit it back, it's like, oh yeah, this is why this is my favorite food, because yeah, it tastes so good, kind of thing. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And what I like about sneaker hype dying down, it gives other brands other than Nike, even though, you know, obviously the majority of my sneaker collection is Nike, because I grew up wearing Nike and loving Nike. But it gives another chance with all this hype dying down for other brands to kind of prosper. You know, New Balance, Asics, definitely on that rise. You know, Adidas and all this kind of stuff. I'm not scared for Nike, obviously, because Nike's just got such a huge market share, and they've got such brand dominance in like the sneaker landscape that, you know, a little bit of competition or a little bit more, you know, coolness, the coolness factor, or the you know, that trend train going for different brands is not going to scare them. You know, they still have the best athletes. They still have the, you know, all these really other cool people that are still promoting and endorsing their products and all this kind of stuff. So they're safe, you know. But it's just really interesting seeing this new innovation of other, you know, brands like just like coming up, like Asics and New Balance, as I said before. And I don't know, it's just such a fresh thing. And I always advise that to other people. You know, try different sneakers. Don't wear Nikes just all the time. You got to try something different. Increase your sneaker brand diet. That's what Korea Derek used to tell me. You know, don't just go for the one brand, because are you a real sneakerhead if you only buy like Nikes and all this kind of stuff? You know, if you haven't experienced other sneakers, other brands, you know, what are you doing? Like, what you can't say that you really like sneakers if you've only tried one brand. There's so many different brands out there that can, like, they'll absolutely just like kind of blow your mind, and you know, it'll really like kind of challenge you, like in a good way. It's like, do I really like this sneaker, even though it doesn't have the hype or doesn't have the branding behind it, like the really big branding kind of thing. And like, you know, it's such a unique feeling. Like, oh, you know, sometimes it feels really good on foot. It looks really nice on foot, but because it doesn't have the branding, it makes you feel a little bit different. You know, it's like, do I really want to wear this sneaker because, you know, it looks good and it makes me feel good without the branding? I know that I've asked that myself that question so many times as I'm wearing sneakers, and you know, I come to an age and a point in life where it's just like, I'm fine with that. So like a lot of people will be telling me like, oh, you don't wear Nikes anymore, you wear just Asics and New Balance now. It's like, yeah, I do, but that's because I want to, because I want to expand. I want to show different brands, not just the ones that you've always seen me wearing. You can see that. You can see that everywhere. Everyone's already wearing those sneakers, and maybe I just want to be a little bit different, and I just want to show like a different pair of shoes. If everyone's wearing Pandas, I'm not gonna wear Pandas, and I definitely don't advise you guys to wear Pandas when everyone else is wearing Pandas. Wear Pandas when no one else is wearing it, kind of thing. No problem. Like, I used to hate Pandas. I used to hate them so much, but now, like, you gotta give respect to the sneaker in a little bit of a way, because it's just, you know, it's just such a transcending sneaker. You think that like, oh, it's such a boring sneaker. Okay, it's a boring sneaker, but does it look good? Black and white. Does it have that kind of nice looking shape and all this kind of, yes, it does. And, you know, it's like, it's not expensive. So like, what's wrong with that sneaker? If it matches so many outfits, looks good, is somewhat a little bit comfortable, what's wrong with that sneaker? And that's what I asked myself as well. I was just giving so much hate because I saw it everywhere. But nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with wearing a sneaker that everyone else is wearing, just as long as you're wearing it because you want to wear it, not because everyone else is wearing it. And like, I could probably say that I stayed clear of that Panda phase because I never bought a pair. I had multiple chances to buy like my size and all this kind of stuff for cheaper, but I never wore it because I never bought it because I just didn't feel like it's the time. Maybe when no one else is wearing it, that's when I break it out. And then the people will be like, oh, why are you getting on Pandas now? I was like, because no one else is wearing it. Yeah. Now is also a really good time to actually cull your collection. Because especially if you got heaps of sneakers, especially during the pandemic and all that kind of stuff, you'll probably have this big like pile of sneakers, and you should really question yourself, like, did I buy this sneaker because I like it, or did I buy this sneaker because of the hype? And you're gonna realize how many of these sneakers that you bought, like, oh man, or someone was wearing this, and I bought it because I saw them wearing it, and then now they're not wearing it. Do I still want to wear it? And all this kind of stuff. So now's a really good time to question and cull that collection. Get rid of all the sneakers that you don't need, man, because there's no point of having sneakers in your collection that I think that, that's not going to serve your purpose. Like all these stuff in my the background, I've kept them for so many years because I still value them. I still see value in the future with them. Not so much in like prices, but I do really want to wear them eventually, or I've worn them already, and I still want to wear them again in the future. So that's why I keep them. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend you to cull your collection and get rid of all this stuff. Give it away to charity. You don't need to sell it. Give it to friends or give it to your family. That's what I do. I give all my sneakers away to my family back in the Philippines, because I know, they ask for it, and sometimes even if I'm not their size, they're still willing to wear it, and all this kind of stuff. Because, sneakers is a luxury. Don't forget that, guys. Having more than one sneaker, that's so good already. Especially for other people, can't get those kind of sneakers all the time. And if you got a collection at all, definitely consider yourself very, very fortunate, because, many people dream of that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely, if you can get rid of a couple of pairs, if you sell it if you want to sell it. But definitely, it feels a whole lot better when you just give it to someone that that's going to really, really appreciate it. And another topic I probably do want to say for another time, but it's just the alternative to sneakers. Gosh, I was talking about before, Asics, all these other, like, not so much smaller brands than Nike, but trying something different, right? You could go for mules as well. Technically, you could consider these as sneakers, but they're like, try something different. You don't have to get sneakers all the time. When sneakers are dying, you can get something different that's a lot more comfortable, sleek, and all that kind of stuff. Try something different. And, I told myself that, like, maybe 2 years ago, I would never, ever in my life wear Crocs. But hey, look at me now. Hey, look at me now. But these aren't even my worst Crocs. I actually really, really like these ones. I wear these out all the time. Very fashionable looking. I would like to say, I don't know, they just match so many of my outfits. So like, I wear them a lot. And one sneaker that I thought I wouldn't. I mean, Crocs definitely. I said to myself, I'll never wear them, but I did. But another pair is like loafers. Loafers are really kicking it right now. No pun intended. But yeah, a lot of people are wearing it, and it looks kind of nice. I don't know. You gotta kind of elevate your outfit and all that kind of stuff, making you look a little bit more put together in a way, instead of just wearing sneakers all the time. Because definitely you can't wear sneakers all the time. There are different occasions where you shouldn't be wearing them. As much as you want to wear them all the time, it's not always an occasion to wear your sneakers. Especially on dates, man. If you go on a date, man, I don't know, I wouldn't wear sneakers. I wear something a little bit more formal, more like classy. I mean, there are sneakers like that as well, but that's just me. That's my opinion anyway. I'm just trying to talk about alternatives to sneakers, because the sneaker hype is dying. So that's another really good thing. It's just trying to experiment with different things, guys. Definitely get out there, man. Try something new. You're not going to lose anything by trying something new. And so it's a good feeling when you're able to, like, kind of express something different about yourself, and especially on your feet and all that kind of stuff. Man, just trying it, and like, you might really like it. So yeah, might as well give that a go. But yeah, there's so many good things about sneaker hype dying. And yeah, I think it's just a really good thing. It just, sneakers aren't going anywhere. Sneakers are still going to continue to come out. Jordan 1s, Nikes, and all this kind of stuff, they're still going to be selling sneakers all the time. If there was ever a point in time where you were like, oh, I wish I had this sneaker that I could never, ever get, now is the perfect time to actually try and cop those things. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get out there and you try really, like, kind of proving to yourself, like, am I a real sneakerhead? And, like, should I still get sneakers because I like them and not because of the hype and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I really want to know your thoughts on Are you happy that sneaker hype is dead, or are you not? Are you a reseller that's actually, kind of fighting for his life right now? Let me know in the comments below, because I do want to hear your thoughts. Anyway, thanks once again for watching this video. Shout out to you guys for watching it, and please give me a big thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Anyway, guys, a big thank you to you once again, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.